I am pro-safety.
He's pro-danger. We gotta keep Kennedy out. Good evening and welcome to We Lie to You News. Our top story tonight. Trump's nominee for Health Secretary RFK Jr. is testifying in his Senate confirmation hearings as we speak. Here you can see the man who was once named by the Biden administration as one of the 12 biggest spreaders of misinformation online entering the hearing to thunderous applause. It is critical that the Senate vote no in the confirmation because Kennedy is a danger to public health and Big Pharma is a major funder of us. His presence would threaten the US's ranking of #1 in the world in spending the most money to get the worst health outcomes. In fact, Kennedy is such a danger that recently 17,000 doctors signed a petition urging the Senate to vote no in Kennedy's confirmation. In fact, he's such a danger that it was discovered that those 17,000 doctors' signatures were fraudulent. And then it was discovered that the organization that gathered those fraudulent signatures is funded by Bill Gates and George Soros. It's obvious that Bill Gates sees such danger in Kennedy that he would do anything to protect the public's health from his maniacal ways. In other news, a court in the Netherlands has ordered Bill Gates to stand trial over safety concerns of his shots that have resulted in injury and death. Which is just further proof that Kennedy is dangerous and Bill Gates wants to protect you from him. Let's take a look at some of RFK Jr.'s opening statements, which are confirmed to be all lies.
In my advocacy, I've often disturbed the status quo by asking uncomfortable questions. Well, I'm not going to apologize for that.
Bill Gates accepts your apology, Mr. Kennedy.
We have massive health problems in this country that we must face honestly.
More lies and rhetoric from RFK Jr. We do not have massive health problems in our country. With 77% of people aged 17 to 24 being unfit for military service due to health problems, 73% of Americans being overweight or obese, and 60% of Americans living with at least one chronic disease, we are clearly in stellar health because nobody is dying of old age anymore, just dying of diseases. So it's kind of like we cured old age, haven't we? And if confirmed, Kennedy would do nothing but disrupt this excellence in our perfectly good health system.
And the first thing I've done every morning for the past 20 years is to get on my knees and pray to God that he would put me in a position to end the chronic disease epidemic and to help America's children.
Let us tell you that you heard it directly from Kennedy. He is anti-God and anti-children. Because if he really wanted to help America's children, he would put on a dress and read to them like a grown man is supposed to. But the real question we should be asking is, does America's children really need help?
When my uncle was president, 2% of American kids had chronic disease. Today, 66% have chronic disease.
Well, sounds like 34% of America's children don't need help, which means we don't need Kennedy, especially according to George Soros and Bill Gates. By the way, we wish Mr. Gates the best as he stands trial for people dying from his safe and effective medicines. You're never gonna make an omelet without breaking some eggs and killing people. That's it for today's news. Kennedy faces a very fair confirmation hearing with level-headed Big Pharma lobbyists that hold seats to the Senate, like this guy.
Are you denying that? Your name is on the petition!
Stay tuned to find out how the hearing goes for RFK Jr. and the hyenas that are going for his jugular.
I'll comply with all the ethical guidelines.
That's not the question. You have said
You're asking me, Senator, you're asking me not to sue vaccine pharmaceutical companies.
Looks like a senator you should probably trust.
Will you freeze grant funding for community health centers?
If rabies was an STD, you might get it from that guy. Good night! My friends, I'm excited. We're living in a time where people are finally rising up in a rebellion to reclaim our health. The Make America Healthy Again campaign is bringing so much spotlight to the problems and the toxins in our food. And aside from food, another major area where we need to reclaim our health is with EMFs. We've previously been helpless, not knowing what to do to protect ourselves from EMFs, but ladies and gentlemen, that is why I rely on Bond Charge's EMF protection line. That's right, Bond Charge, the makers of the best best blue light blocking glasses on the planet, has a full line of EMF protection. Here's just a few of the things that I use in my life every day to protect myself from the dangers of EMF. EMF protection air tube headphones. Talking on your cell phone or computer? Well, say goodbye to headaches and fatigue while protecting your head from EMF radiation. And I've always got the harmonizing sticker on my phone. Helps neutralize the harmful radiation from your cell phone that could be damaging your cellular health. And of course, I'm always using the EMF protection laptop mat. It helps protect your legs and your private parts from cancer-causing EMFs. My friends, I believe it is now time to rise up and reclaim our health. And with the help of Bond Charge, we can now do something to protect ourselves from EMFs. Check out the Bond Charge EMF protection line by going to bondcharge.com/JP and use the discount code JP for 15% off all that Bond Charge offers. Enjoy.